All right, all right. Let's get into it. So this is June 29th, the full moon in Aquarius, and we have Jupiter conjunct the Sun, which is a Kazemi, I guess it's called, and it's all about prosperity, luck, and abundance. Jupiter's going to be transiting in for 1 year, but this is like kind of the big moment that things are going to start to feel really different. So let's get into this reading and see what Spirit has for you today. Angels, ancestors, spirit guides, please be here now to give the collective divine messages for their highest good. We welcome you and thank you for being here. And please protect this space from all and any negative energy. Alrighty, so I'm going to clear the deck here and see what we got. Okay, Queen of Pentacles. So you are nurturing your pentacle, which is your abundance, your passion project. It could be a new business or just like stability. Perhaps it's like you are, stabilizing your home life and building a really solid foundation. The Queen of Pentacles also has on here, she has the rabbit on her card, and that indicates that things are going to start multiplying rapidly. So you're going to start to feel this shift come in really quickly. We have the Wheel of Fortune. It was actually in reverse, but it's a Wheel of Fortune and the Heartache card, because it's the end of heartache. It's like your bad luck is coming to an end. You're coming into a good luck cycle, and that's clear with Jupiter coming in today in Aquarius, which Aquarius is all about like freedom and doing things differently and being unique, and it's an air sign, so really like things can move really quickly here. So it's the end of this time of suffering and like grief and whatever it is that you have been going through that's been like hanging a dark cloud over your life, or like perhaps like leaving you in a blocked energy. The Hermit. Yeah, you're coming out of hermit mode as well, because it's like you have been, in the fields, right? Like you've been in the fields, you've been processing these emotions that you've had. And now, like, it's like you found what's lit you up, or you're finding what lights you up. And it's time to like bring that light back to the people, right? It's time to start sharing these things that light you up. Um, because it's for the greater good of the whole collective. I mean, that's what the Age of Aquarius is. We're like sharing our new ideas together to come up with even more new ideas. So you have the Page of Swords in reverse, and so it's like it's time to start talking and time to start doing, right? It's really time, like this idea, it's been in the idea phase for a really long time, and like maybe you kind of started on this, but there's been like some blocks, or like people absorbing your energy here with the Seven of Swords, or like a bit of, it's like time to start pouring back into yourself and start like reserve your energy from being siphoned away from other people. It's like people keep trying to, it may not even be on purpose, but people keep trying to block you from your new start. This is the Fool. They may not be conscious of it, but people are drawing on your energy, your life force, and then you don't have enough to like, that's why this isn't just still in the idea phase. Like you either haven't had time, or you've had, too much to do, and just like, when you've come up with this good idea, it's like you don't have time to complete it. So this is the end of that. I'm turning the Fool upright for you. You have the Grasshopper here, and the Grasshopper is also about like making leaps and bounds. I'm sure there's something else I'm not thinking of with the Grasshopper, but I feel like it's also lucky. Yeah, it's about having more fun too, you know. It's about enjoying your life. Like, we're not meant to like suffer every day, like it's not noble to be like, well, I'm suffering, I'm doing it, you know, I see how hard I'm working, I'm suffering. Like, that's not how life is meant to be. It's like you're meant to enjoy it, like, yeah, you have to work hard, but do you have to suffer? Like, that sounds a bit extreme to me. And I know a lot of us have been suffering, especially, with this, but like, don't like live in that as your identity. It's time to put down this mask of like, you know, I'm suffering, I work the hardest or whatever for some of you, or maybe that's what people are doing to you that siphons off your energy, and so like so you feel bad for them. They're like making you feel bad for them so that like that you will do for them, and then they're taking off with your swords and your good fortune. So it's really time to start pouring back into yourself at this time and nurturing, you know, this new stability for your own life. I'm really feeling that in a big way, because it's like nobody's going to do it for you. And you've been doing it for everybody else, but nobody's going to do it for you. I don't see, this Seven of Swords is not going to be pitching in to help you with your dreams. So it's like if you want to do it, you got to do it yourself. And so that's why you're like, you're finally like putting in proper boundaries in place so that you can do this, um, change your life into something that feels better. Yeah, this is wonderful. What else does Six of Wands? Success, right? I'm telling you, success. And it's like you're following your instincts with the black cat here. Usually that's a horse, but it's like you're following your instincts by going on this new path. You're going to be taking this leap, right? You're taking this leap and it's going to be successful. I really feel this for you. So let's see here. I'm wanting to clarify. Let's clarify. Okay, so let's see. Tell me more about this Wheel of Fortune. Spirit, what do we have on this Wheel of Fortune? I'm telling you, somebody's been siphoning your energy, draining you, and at the end of the day, that was why your good luck was not coming in. And now, it's if you know who this is, it is time to put up this boundary between you and this person. If it's your family, then like put into place you know, like have your family do a little bit more for themselves so that you don't always have to do it for them. Like, I am not available, between these times unless it's an emergency, because this is the time of day that I'm going to be working on this project. I don't know what it is, if you're writing a book or you're studying something, but we'll get into it. What else about this Wheel of Fortune? And it does seem it's an idea that like you have the intuition that this is going to be successful if you could only have enough energy to start it, right? Anything else? Ooh. Oh, we got a whole stack here. King of Wands, yeah, because it's like you have like creativity, optimism, and like you are stable and smart enough to do this. It's like you're mature enough to do it. You're also protected here with the salamanders and brave with the lions on the chair there in the background. So it's like, it's just been waiting to come in. It's like that you can do this, and like your spirit guides, your angels, your ancestors, they're here, watching out for you, and you're alchemizing your emotions with this heartache, the things that have been like bleeding you dry. You're alchemizing this, and you can now see it from like an elevated perspective. This can even be like your higher self. There is like a path that goes up this mountain leading you to like new heights, and it's like a brand new spring day with the irises here, and or daffodil, I think they're irises, and the sunrise. So it's like there's this new day, and you are using your intuition, but you're also staying grounded. It's like it's realistic. It's you're using your emotions, but you're also like, this is a realistic plan, and you finally like are receiving like a streak of clarity. And it may happen like right now today during this full moon. Like, I don't know like what you have planned, if you're meditating or if you're doing a ritual or any of these sorts of things, releasing some things also too that no longer serve you, things that are draining your energy. So it doesn't have to just be people, it can be things, it can be like toxic habits, clinging on to regrets of the past, or believing people when they're making you feel bad, right? So you've been protecting your energy by hermiting, and you've been working on this new idea, the metamorphosis here, right? You've been formulating it in your mind here, what this new idea is, right? And so it's like I feel like it's just finally time to move on it. It's time to move. It's time to get going. Like the wheel is spinning, right? Um, it's spinning, right? It's going. So let's see here. What is the Three of Swords here? What is this? And this was in reverse, remember. It's the end of that. What's that here? What is it the end of here? It's the end of like putting your creativity on hold. It's the end of not listening to your ideas or like acting upon your ideas, your creative ideas. It's the end of like not thinking that you're able to do it, not thinking that it will work out. So it's like, it's a new positive mindset. What else on the Three of Swords here in reverse? What else does collective need to know about this? Anything else here? Ooh. Oh! Like, by putting the past in the past and not like focusing on the past, I feel like you should have the Six of Cups here. You're stepping into your future, like you're pouring into your future. You're having like this new time of emotional happiness, of like enjoyment in your life. So this is really amazing and wonderful. Like you're really, you kind of just decided that like you want to be happy, and so like some things you're just gonna have to take off the table or the desk, the top of the desk or the filing cabinet of your mind, and it's time to move on into this next chapter. What's the idea? Oh, right, and like it's time for you to receive. You've been giving and giving, right? And it's time for you to receive. Like the universe has been keeping track, like I always say, and it's time for you to receive your blessings. Let's see here. Who is this Seven of Swords? Who's siphoning your energy here? Who, what, why, what's going on with the Seven of Swords here? Who is this? I mean, you guys probably know. You could drop it in the comments. For some of you, it's a partner. Um, you know, with the it's some of you it's a partner. Some of you it's maybe you had been working towards a meaningful milestone, but you've achieved it now. So it's like that could have been siphoning your energy. But I do feel that whatever it is, you're going to be celebrating the fact that you don't have this person siphoning off of your energy. I feel strongly that for some of you, this is a partner that is no longer siphoning off of your energy. What else is the Seven of Swords here? Why else do we have the Seven of Swords here? You're making plans for the future or waiting for your ships to come in. I feel like you're not waiting anymore. You're not waiting, For some of you, like the stuff that was siphoning your energy, it's like maybe it's like you was wanting a partner here, right? And so you were waiting for somebody to come in. Maybe you were doing a lot of dating and it just was taking a lot of energy, and you've decided to like redirect that and pour into yourself. And that's when you actually get this emotional fulfillment. Like these kinds of things come in when you least expect it, right? So like, I think now that you're not looking for it, as hard as that can be, it's like a relief, hunting for a partner can feel like a job, and it can also make you feel bad about yourself, right? Like, because it's like a one in a million thing. Like, not everybody's going to be, aligned with you to be your partner. And so, like, there's a lot of feelings of rejection, or just sometimes you just want to give up, right? Confirmation, right? So now you're pouring back into yourself, and all that stuff you used to do to try and make yourself like be attractive for another person. You're putting it into yourself, and that's making you more attractive anyway. Like, so it's about the strategy you're using for your life. Like, maybe it's like your priorities have shifted. Like, what actually does make you happy? Like, does that make you happy? um Constantly looking for a partner, I feel like, yeah, you're gonna just let the universe take the wheel on this one. All right, and so what's new? The Fool. What is Fool? Fool energy. You, you're no longer, you've made the decision. You're no longer like keeping it to yourself. You're sharing your decision with the world, because that's on the Fool card. Um, and it is like a weight that's lifted off your shoulders. You thought about this long and hard, and you're done with that like tightness in your chest. I'm feeling for a lot of you, that isolation. What else with the Fool? What is new? What's coming new? What is this new adventure? What is this new adventure for the collective? What is shifting here? Ooh, yeah. You are not going to be overthinking things at all. You're done with that. You're not overthinking things, and like that's what's making you happy. You're kind of, those things that used to trigger you no longer trigger you. The anxieties you used to have, and like it doesn't, either that's gone away with this, but it also just doesn't bother you anymore. You have a new higher perspective because you've alchemized your emotions. You see things, you literally see it differently now. And so you're unbothered, like you're completely unbothered. And that is hugely attractive. You're also like, you're just done with this contentious energy. You're done with the push and pull. You're done, like, leave it. Like, you don't want to argue with people about anything anymore, and you're gonna leave them in. They're gonna be like eating your dust here in a minute. Like your choices are coming clear. Like the illusions, the false illusions about the choices you have or don't have. Like maybe even this partner was like, you don't have those choices, you don't have those skills. Like somebody was, down talking to you, and that's why you have the Three of Swords here. You don't have those options. Like, maybe you're working towards a dream, and they're like, think it's dumb, right? Like, I don't know how else to say that. It's so blunt. They think it's dumb, or at least they want you to think it's dumb, right? Right? So, like, leave that in the past. Your choices are coming clear, and you have a lot of them. You have a lot of options here. So, like, what is the success? I can't see exactly, like, what your particular journey is, but I can see that it's creative. I can see that it's prosperous and abundant. I see that your luck is changing and that you're divinely protected here. And I see that you're switching from a giver to a receiver, and that is what's making you happy. The universe is now gifting you because you have your self-confidence back, because you love on yourself, because the judgment of others doesn't affect the way you feel about yourself, right? And if it does, snip, snip, right? Bye. You know, that's, that's how, this is a whole new era of you, a whole new era. And like, congratulations. I'm so excited for you. Yeah. See, now you're the king on the throne. And also now this aligns you. Maybe possibly for some of you with somebody else, you know, if you weren't in a partnership, but like now you're finding people that are in alignment with you, and also you're going to be sitting pretty in the comfort of your home, you know, or if your life, you know, you're like the king of your castle here, and it's prosperous and abundant, and it's so that you have success on the King of Pentacles here, the Six of Wands, and what else on the, oh, and the King of Cups, right? Like now you're gonna be having so many suitors, but also it's like you are the ruler of your own roost, you know, you have love coming in, you're emotionally regulated and like mature with your emotions, you're kind and generous and are able to give and to receive, you know, and you have the means to do it now in your future. This is coming up in your future, right? This today is just the first day of Jupiter. Like I said, it's going to be here in transit for an entire year, but today is the day that it comes out of alignment with the sun. It was like blocked by the sun. It was like marinating in that source energy, and now, you know, it's coming out from behind the sun like hello, and ready to like give these rewards that you've been waiting on, and we've all been waiting on, right? Like, this is going to be benefic for everybody. Everybody's going to be feeling this, so there's going to be big leaps and bounds in the community. You know, I can see working together would be great. What else? What else are we successful here? What's the other successes? And for those of you that are married and in a happy relationship, I just feel that this is like your partner is stepping up to the plate, and supporting you, because you've made it clear here that this was not working for you, and for others of you, that was the reason for the split, because they couldn't handle, uh, you know, this new dynamic in the relationship, right? So it's like it's going to be different for everybody, but Tower, yeah, things are going to be changing, and it's the end of like despair, depression, and grief, right? Like it's the end of these feelings of like hard times. This is a welcome Tower, by the way. This is like, you know, like for those of you that have been like, you know, in this situation, this is a welcome Tower. Oh my gosh. Confirmation, a welcome Tower. So this is a good Tower. Do not fear this Tower. Do not try and hold it up. Let it go. Let the pieces fall. Let it crumble. You know, like you're done holding up a situation, place, or thing that was not healthy for you to begin with, right? Let it fall. This is a good change. This is like, you know, initiation into this next part of your life. So let's see what channeled messages we have. Actually, I want to do one of these cards first, the magical messages. These are so cute and little, right? It's a, whatchamacallit, Rock Pool Oracle. My local shop had these, and they have so many of them, and they're just $12, so I was like, I'll try one out. None of them were open, so I didn't know what to expect, but I really like these. Super cute. Spirit, what magical message do you have for the collective? What does the collective most need to know? Stop underestimating your magic. There are treasures within you waiting to be discovered, to be shared, right? Like somebody is looking for your gifts. And so like, you know, instead of it just being an idea, you're going to act upon this, and you're going to cut out anybody that's not for you, that's not, you know, that's basically like stealing your energy here, and cut them out. And yeah, and you're going to be sharing your gifts, right? They are important, you know. You want to share your gifts with the world, right? You want to do more with your gifts, or whatever this creative gift is for you, or like this idea that you've come up with. And let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's taco about it. All right, these are so cute too. I love these. Spirit, let's talk about it. Let's see what the collective needs to know from the taco messages. Let's talk about it. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay. What does collective most need to know? The person that is having this success, letting this success come, this very lucky person here on the Jupiter Kazemi. Wow, so many. Ah, this is the one. Sauce hoarder. Stop holding back. Why save the best for later? Sorry, I don't have my glasses on. Stop holding back. Why save the best for later? Use the good stuff now. And don't forget to share generously. Stop hoarding your sauce. You gotta let the sauce out. Like, let the funk, bring the funk. Yeah, because you got it. You've got the good stuff. And it's time to share it. Anything else, Spirit? Anything else on the tacos? I think that's it for that one. One more, Spirit. One more taco. Okay. Torn between tacos. Indecision intersection. Decision paralysis. Too many toppings. Go with your gut and trust the flavor will be right. Yeah, that might have been why this is in the idea stage, because you're like trying to decide which way to go, and then with the two swords in reverse, it's like you're done sitting on that decision and worrying about it. You're just gonna right? You're gonna just start somewhere. Just start somewhere, right? Like, you can always pivot and go, don't limit yourself. Start with something and then keep going, and you can change and grow in this business of what you're doing as you go. I think what I'm saying is, if you decide on something, it's not your last decision. There's always more. And then drop the guilt, right? And I think this is where this comes in with the Three of Swords and the Seven of Swords. It's called dirty napkin. Drop the guilt. You're carrying old residue and messes. Let go of what's heavy so you can lighten your step. Let go of it. Leave the past in the past. It's gone. This is a whole new ballgame here. And then, I love this for you so much. I know the Jupiter days here today, Jupiter Kazemi, or it's a Jupiter conjunct the sun, but for most of us, we're not just gonna win the lottery today, right? This is just the beginning of this jackpot. This is we're spinning the wheel. Cha-ching. Maybe for some of us, we've been working on this, and we do, maybe there is some something fortunate that comes in today, but I think the fortune is your mindset shifting, and that's what's bringing in the actual prosperity and abundance, right? So yeah. Okay, channeled messages, Spirit. What does collective need to know from the channeled messages? What does collective need to know? So many. You are protected. Waffle. Stop waffling. On the fence. Yeah, stop waffling. Get off the fence. You gotta make this decision, right? Get off the fence, right? Stop waffling. You guys are gonna know what this means. Past person. Haters gonna hate. And channeled messages are found in the darndest places. So, yeah, if you're worried about the haters, they're gonna hate anyway. They're gonna hate anyway, so do what you do. Look for channeled messages. I had a dragonfly in my bedroom 2 nights ago. And that was wild, If I didn't believe in signs, I might have just been oh, that's weird. But I I have a book about, signs and animals. So I looked it up, and it can be a past loved one visiting, but it's also a huge time of transformation and luck. So yeah, get off the fence and stop waffling about this past person or this person that is about to be in the past, right? You are protected, and I only see this person or situation is dragging you down with them. snip, snip. That's what I have for you. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day and enjoy this Jupiter sunny day. Thank you. Bye.